Time for 4 more busted bold predictions from the summer. First up, this one was a doozy. This one was a 10 on the boldness scale. Tennessee, said John. Tennessee beats Georgia and Alabama by a combined 30 points. They did beat Bama by 7. They lost to Georgia by 14. This was never in the cards. This prediction basically banked on Nico Iamaleava just exploding. He did not, and they did not. So they went 1 for 2 against those two, so that was good. But this was a 10. This was a 10 for a reason, and I don't think it was ever going to happen, John. We've got some text right now coming in, late-breaking texts that could just as easily have waited until the show ends. Chris from Atlanta, GA, friend of the program, but a busted prediction here nonetheless. The prediction was Ohio State misses the playoff after Dan Lanning takes down the Bucks in Eugene. That did happen. James Franklin finally gets his signature win. That one did not quite happen. And Michigan wins their 4th straight in a stunner at the Shoe. So while this is a busted bold prediction, a lot of it happened. It's just the middle one there. It's just the jelly in the middle. You needed James Franklin to hold on to that 10-0 lead they had, and they couldn't do it. So I put a 9.75 on this one. Chris, you came so close. But so close does nothing more than get you ridiculed on this show. Happens to me all the time. You're in good company. Next up, this one hurts. Josh, loved the name, from Bowersville, Georgia, loved the state. He said after looking at North Carolina's schedule this fall, they're going to go 10-2 and contend for the ACC title. Max Johnson will be a top 3 ACC quarterback. Max Johnson was lost for the season in week 1. North Carolina lost to James Madison, even though they scored 50. They still lost by 20. That really happened in football. They lost to Duke. They lost to Pitt. They lost to Georgia Tech, Boston College, UConn, NC State. Mac Brown lost his job. It was a bad year. I don't know what else to say. And the reason that they were thought to be maybe a sneaky contender is because the schedule did not have Clemson, Miami, or Syracuse on it. But it didn't really matter. Lost the quarterback. Season was down the drain. And, we got one more. That was the way it is. I put a 9 on that one because, anything's possible with a softer schedule, but it did not happen there. And the last one, from Austin, Texas, the Big 12 will have a team in the national championship game. No, they will not. It turns out they did have a team in the quarterfinals, and that was Arizona State because they got a bye. Arizona State had the second to last odds to win the conference, and they end up winning the conference and getting in. The team talent composite rating is really interesting. This was why I put this at a 9.75 in the preseason. The idea of a team from the Big 12 making the national title game was way too far for me. The most talented roster in the Big 12, according to the team talent composite, was TCU, and they weren't even top 25. So remember, not making the playoff, to make it to the national title, you were going to have to win at least 2 games, if not 3 games, and you were going to be playing deeper rosters, you were going to be playing better competition, and you were going to have to string together wins, and that's the same reason that a Cinderella will never happen in the college football playoff, and it's the reason that the Big 12 is very highly unlikely to get a team there, as it's currently constructed. Now, if I'm elected commissioner and we put teams back where they're supposed to be, who knows? Maybe Oklahoma will make a run through the Big 12. But as it stands right now, they're not even in the Big 12. So that's where we are.